Today, my weekly insight is about Stay Home Because You're Well Day. 30th of November is the day to celebrate this. Now, before I begin with my weekly insight, I wanted to share with you that normally I do not put my tree up until the 1st of December. But this week, I just simply needed some joy in my life to raise my energy levels. So I decided to put my tree up early, and to make it even better, I bought myself my very first real Christmas tree. It has brought me the biggest smile on my face and this feeling within, especially as I don't have my family around me. So it's exactly what I needed. This was my downtime time, if that makes sense. So let's get back to this. What is this day all about? Well, it is a bit ironic with COVID-19 happening right now and the lockdown. However, the thinking behind this is that isn't it a shame to waste your day off feeling sick? When you finally get some time away from the monitor of the office, isn't it better to actually enjoy it? Of course it is, right? And that's the thinking behind Stay Home Because You're Well Day. So let's dive into a bit of the history behind Stay Home Because You're Well Day. Now, the person Thomas and Ruth Roy created Stay Home Because You're Well Day under the name of Wellcat Holidays and Herbs. They have stated that it exists so that we can all call in well instead of faking illness and stay at home from work. The whole point of this holiday is to take a moment to just slow down and enjoy life, seeing as it has become so very hectic over the recent years and more so right now. You know, with all the endless constant phone calls, text messages, Zooms, emails, voicemails, etc., we are faced with every single day. Downtime. And who can argue with that? So let's control the things that we can control, especially, as I mentioned earlier, COVID is here, and let's pace ourselves. What and how are we going to celebrate this day? So one of the more important things to remember is when deciding to celebrate the Home Because You're Well Day is to be careful and use good judgment, and when announcing this to your boss. Some bosses are understanding enough to not take issue with your honesty and your need to just get away from it all every now and then to recharge your batteries. But some could become very agitated. And you wouldn't want to get into trouble with your boss or lose your job. So before you decide to participate, think about whether this day is right for you, right for your line of work, and your boss's temperament, and the tolerance for the new ideas. Now, if you do indeed decide to celebrate the Stay Home Because You're Well Day, think ahead about what you will do on that day. Do you feel tired, like you have not been getting enough sleep lately? Then take a large part of the morning to finally get some good sleep, because that is really important, as we know, for our mental health and well-being. Or have you been eating takeout or TV dinners for weeks or even months because you haven't had time to cook properly, or you've just lost that motivation? Perhaps ask somebody in your family member for something simple, an easy recipe. Share out the cooking. Just kind of find things that can change the pattern. For example, have you been neglecting exercise? Maybe go for extra walks or park rides, or walk with your dog. I know the gym's complicated and swimming pools right now, but when that comes back, think about those. But whatever you do, make sure you feel rested and refreshed and ready for another day. Have you not had time to actually read a book in ages? I know during the lockdown many people might have, but it's amazing where time just flies by. So pick up a book that's recommended, and have a nice warm cup of tea or a drink that you love to have while you read, because books can create a sense of relief. Or perhaps you feel that you've been neglecting your partner because of all the work-related responsibilities. In this case, it would be best if you both, you and your partner, could celebrate this home because you're well day together by taking this day off and spending it in true company. You could even make a delicious breakfast together and wash it down with some freshly brewed aromatic coffee, which I would absolutely love. Coffee is my thing. And then perhaps you might do something else, like wandering around and the streets or the city, going for a nice long walk, have a picnic in the park. Think about the things that you can do right now. In the evening, you could prepare each other or together or one of you a romantic dinner and enjoy that company. But if you live alone, why not Zoom someone and do it virtually? As I've done this on many occasions, had virtual dinners and watched a movie together. But it's a time for self-care and love. Love yourself. Now, I often put some music on with my candles and my natural doTERRA oils diffusing, and have a lovely glass of wine or G&T. Right, I'm going to leave you now, all to think about how you are going to celebrate this day, this Stay Home Because You're Well day. I'm Zeenat Narani, mental health and wellbeing coach. Now I'm going to leave my details at the end of the video, so keep safe and keep well.